And hello fellow Tanker Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today I bring you a game, probably my highest combined damage game on this map. And in a medium tank, yes boys and girls, yeah, I think I've done higher combined damage, actually in a Chieftain at one point on Prokhorovka, but this is very close to that. So when it comes to games like that, guys, it's very circumstantial. Like in this situation, as you notice, there's no light tanks in the game. Mostly TDs, medium tanks, heavy tanks, and a couple RDs. We have a couple RDs, the opposition has only one. Having a couple RDs on this map I think is more beneficial because it's an open terrain and RDs have a feast on this map usually. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get ourselves into position E4, and because this is an encounter match, we're gonna try to get to that position and try to spot all these guys coming in. In today's meta, everyone likes to push and counter, which is quite normal. So we thought we're going to run into a bunch of opposition here, so that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm just going to poke my head up over here, and we're going to try to spot whoever is crossing. And I was thinking to catch the tanks crossing at B6, B7 area, but we spot this Roger Dodger instead, so we put a shell into him. And he just gets slapped for 1100 HP by something. Now we spot the Stone Cold, so we put a shell into him, and we're gonna back out. RD might be looking in this direction, and it's quite normal that RD is looking into this area because that's usually when scouts come in order to spot. So that would be early shots of damage for RD, so you gotta be careful about that. Now the CS-59's made a mistake, so we're gonna punish him there, and we're gonna back off again. Now if you look at my assisted damage counter or spotting damage counter, this is gonna just be increasing like crazy because I'm the furthest one up in a position to spot all these guys, and I'm going to get all these spots. Pretty much, as you notice here, we're spotting pretty much everyone that's in the B6 area, and that's exactly what I was counting on. So we're already sitting at about, what, 3.8k damage, almost 4k damage. And we're going to continue doing the same thing because it looks like our team is actually shooting what I'm spotting, which is fantastic. In many cases that is not happening, but today it seems like my team is actually paying attention and putting shells into these guys. Look at this now. I'm already sitting at 6,000 damage, 6.8 thousand damage right now with a little bit of hard damage as well. And yeah, we're going to poke our head out and see what else we can spot over here. See how high we can get this assisted damage number up. And once there is opportunity to move up, we will move up and we'll take advantage of the scraps. That's exactly the idea. Now, one thing I did not mention here yet, I'm in a tier 9 Centurion 7-1. Pretty nice tank, to be honest. I don't play it a lot. I play it only sporadically every once in a while, but for whatever reason, when I play in this tank, I seem to have good games. Just because this tank, you cannot really be very aggressive in it. You play it a little bit passive. And I notice if you play it a little bit passive because of the reload and the fact that it, you know, it doesn't have the greatest armor. It does have turret armor, but the reload is not the best. But if you play it more passive and use that gun, that's pretty good on this tank, you're gonna get rewarded. Anyway, we're gonna go after this guy right now. We're gonna take him out of the game. Since, as you noticed, the opposition team has pretty much fallen. And if you look at my numbers right now, sitting at 10k combined, which is already absolutely insane, if you ask me. It's not easy to get numbers like that in this game anymore. Unless you are on a really open map like Prokhorovka, for instance, which is possible. But on this map, I've never gotten past 10k combined, that's for sure. Especially in a medium tank. Anyway, we're going to come up here right now. We're going to try to get rid of that medium tank at A5, and the idea here is to ensure that our team pushes over. Now I wasn't paying attention here. I've taken this guy out of the game, but at the same time the E4 puts a shell into me. I didn't think he was going to be poking that far out, but he did, and he took a big chunk of my HP. Now that shell, I don't know how it misses. I thought I aimed it really well, and it bounces off his top plate and ricochets up in the abyss. Anyway, we're not going to push that E4. There's no point me fighting him right now. We're going to try to approach this area from the other side and see if we can catch one of the opposition tanks napping and hopefully increase our damage numbers still. Now, one concerning thing is the fact that the opposition mouse that was sitting in area C4 drew all the attention from our team, so everybody's there trying to kill him. They just killed him right now. So I know I'm pretty much isolated here, so I'm gonna have to play it really cautious because there's still a couple of big TDs over here. Obviously the T110E4 is here, as well as the Death Star. Last thing I want to do is get annihilated here. I still want to get my damage number up. Here we see the Death Star. We're gonna put a shell into him. We're gonna take him out of the game. Just checking my behind and on the side to make sure no one's actually looking at me or coming back. So now we're gonna attack this E4. So the idea here is put a shell into him, then maybe go around him. He doesn't rotate his turret all the way around, so once I go around him, I should be able to take him out of the game. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to put some shells into him, but he plays it smart. He's gonna turn around, and I should have actually turned around and go forward in this situation, but since he gets tracked, I don't have to do that. Now look at this champion on the bottom right of the screen here. He blocks me so that I can not get away from the E4, and E4 had a hard on for me, and he did take me out of the game. But regardless, we close this game with quite a spectacular number, if you ask me. This is crazy for this map. Like I said, I've never had such a number on this map in any of my tanks. We managed to put up 3.8k raw damage. We finished on top of the team. Let's see what the stats screen says. Oh my goodness, so we managed to put up 12k combined damage in this game. 8.2k spotting damage with 3.8k raw damage, which brings our number to 12k combined. We ended up with Patrol Duty Medal, Mastery Ace Tanker, Fire for Effect, Spotter, Sniper Medal, Scout Medal. Just a spectacular game in this tank. We finished on top of the team with 18-19 base XP, 3 kills. Fantastic. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this game. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.